So I'm just past Dundrum Town Centre on the way to work. Just to the traffic lights here, and I've noticed that traffic's very light today. There's not much traffic around. It's Monday. I actually don't know what day of the month it is. It's the last Monday in July anyway. And I was thinking, why is it so quiet? Kids aren't in school yet. That's one factor, but that's every Monday for the last, 8 weeks. But I think there's something else going on here. So in Ireland, next Monday is a bank holiday. So I'm thinking maybe people are having a cheeky week off this week. Maybe 2 weeks, including a short week next week. And that's why there's not much traffic around. I think the only concern I'd have with that premise is it's a lot lighter, the traffic. For a moment I did wonder if it was actually Sunday. But yeah, no, it's not Sunday. But yeah, it's pretty quiet and moving very freely. I wish it was like this every day. So yes, the week before the weekend of a bank holiday. I don't know. Next week makes sense. So next week you've only got 4 working days. The Monday's an August bank holiday. I think in the UK it's the last Monday in August. In Ireland, for some reason, it's the 1st August. And if you're in a different part of the world, you probably have nothing at all on that date. A bank holiday, yeah, it's interesting. There's different types of holiday actually, and I suppose there's in a lot of countries. So a bank holiday is pretty much what it says on the tin. It's the day when the banks close. Now, they've always had pretty generous, I think, holidays. And what would happen traditionally on a bank holiday is businesses would close. And it sort of makes sense if you go back in the midst of time when banking might have been done daily for a business, and you might have to go into the bank and you might have to do all that rubbish with cash and checks and things. And they're sort of stuck in that sense. So companies now, office type companies, office workers, would have the bank holidays off. Obviously, if you're in retail, unfortunately, you're going to have to work. That's when customers are around, they're off, and they want to do some shopping. So the retail industry normally would probably find quite busy, I suppose, on the bank holiday. Some holidays might be like a national holiday, might be a bank holiday but not a national holiday. So there's combinations, I think. Some were originally religious holidays, but I think days that were just religious holidays and not bank holidays or national holidays are no longer observed as holidays. There's a day at the beginning of December. It's such an example. It's a religious holiday, but nobody, no companies, anyway, businesses, governments observe that as a day off anymore. I think they used to. There's other days like Good Friday is a bank holiday, but not a national holiday. And most companies would work on a Good Friday. Some companies give it you. In the UK, it's a holiday. I don't know why it isn't. I don't know why it isn't in Ireland, but some companies do give it you anyway. And yeah, so I think that's interesting. The day after Christmas Day in Ireland, it's called St. Stephen's Day, because it is. And it's also a holiday. I think in the US that day is not a holiday. I think in the US there seems to be an emphasis on Thanksgiving, which we don't have. I know that's towards the end of November. We actually have a holiday around Halloween in Ireland. It's usually at the end of October. It's not a Halloween holiday, so, and this has no connection at all with Halloween. It's just I don't know, the last Monday in October, I think. So yeah, it's usually around Halloween anyway, and I think the kids are off school at that time as well. That's like one of the term holidays. So yeah, it's quite interesting, I suppose. It's quite interesting now. We had so many connections to the UK for so long, and yet we have some differences in that sense, which is interesting. And obviously, every country does its own thing, and I think we're badly done to in Ireland in terms of holidays. And I'm sure there are countries out there that have it worse in terms of how many holidays we have. But if you look at other countries, and America included, I mean, if you work for a company in America, you get 20 days vacation days in addition to those holidays. It's considered the norm, which is fine. But here in Europe, you know, if we work for an American company, you get those 20 days. I think that's the legal minimum now in Ireland, is 20 days. You know, you can pick. But we don't have as many days then, you know, that are like national holidays and bank holidays. So we always feel a little hard done to. I suppose one notable exception is St Patrick's Day. It is a holiday in Ireland. You may have heard of it. St Patrick, I think, was he Welsh? Came to Ireland, sort of set up shop here. Yeah, and he's now the patron saint of Ireland. And heavy drinking, if I'm honest. But I mean, that's all revelry. It's good, isn't it? Occasionally, as long as it doesn't get out of hand, and you don't become physically violent or some sort of addict. And I would have gone, oh no, I would have come out of this junction that I'm just stopped at, but a car was tearing down the road. Why do people drive so fast when there's no need to? I really don't know. But yeah, St Patrick, patron saint of enjoying yourself and having a good time on St Patrick's Day.